For some Southeast Texas families, it's a day after Thanksgiving Day tradition, hunting down those best bargains on Black Friday. KFDM reporter Justin Hinton joins us live with a look at some of the best finds so far. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning, Nicole. We're at Target on Eastex Freeway. Now, they opened at 9 o'clock last night, and store management tells me that it took about 40 minutes to get all of the people inside the actual store. The line stretched all the way down to Dowling. So you can imagine how many people were actually here last night. And they're here in the electronics department, and that's what they want, the electronics, the TVs, the Xboxes, the PS2s. And if you look behind me, you can actually see some of those TVs that they do have on sale. We're talking about Samsungs, where people are saving anywhere between $100 to $250. They also have Apexes, and so that's really what a lot of people are wanting, those TVs, those big screen TVs that you can get at a discounted price. Over here, they also have the cameras, and so right here I'm holding in my hand the Nikon Coolpix. Now this is one of the doorbusters. They said they're down to their last batch, but people can save about $100 on this particular camera. Now I want to bring in one of the store managers, that's Cal Jones, and he's going to talk about kind of what the excitement was and what the atmosphere was this morning.
So it was very exciting. It actually was an amazing time this morning. So we opened at 9 o'clock last night, basically. It was the first time we opened that early in our history, of course. So that bridged the gap from our shoppers that come late in the morning or early in the morning, the 4 a.m.s and 12 a.m.s, to now their guests that can come in earlier with their families after they're finished eating dinner, watching football games. So it was really amazing. It was the biggest crowd we ever had. But we really want to thank BEAUMONT PD. They came out and helped with crowd control. So we had a lot of great compliments about us being one of the best retailers as far as crowd control and people's safety.
And talk about that a little bit, because, I mean, you do have a lot of people that are eating, that have just watched the football game. There's a bit of excitement. Talk about how it's different opening at 9 o'clock opposed to a little earlier that you have in years past.
Okay, so opening at 9 o'clock was just a real big difference for us. But our team was very receptive of it. Everyone was very positive. The guest traffic was significantly more than previous years. So prior to this year, we would have a pretty big crowd, but not as big as this one. So like you said earlier, the line stretched $1, and it took us about 40 minutes to get every guest in. So it was pretty amazing. It was great. So it was different, but we definitely had fun, and we really appreciate everyone for coming out.
And I want you to talk about the organization. I know here in the electronics department you had actual lines to let people know where they needed to go and where they need to stand to kind of help with some of the crowd control.
So we had a great plan to where we wanted to make sure that everyone was safe. So, you know, we've heard in years past, and we've seen in cases where years past where people have been trampled, people have been hurt. So we wanted to make sure that we prevented all of that and just make sure that when our guests come in that they're safe. You know, they get what they want, they get what they need, and they're safe. So we had blocks throughout the front of the store just to make sure that everyone was able to tunnel in real quick and get in. And then around electronics, we had barricades to make sure that people weren't cutting and just making sure that everyone was safe and having a great shopping experience.
And we talked about how everybody wants the TVs and everybody wants the big screens or the Xboxes. Is there anything else that maybe you were surprised to see go quickly?
So it was a variety of things. It's a great thing about Black Friday. So you have something for every guest. So we had a lot of the soft lines go really fast, a lot of our apparel and accessories. We also had a lot of towels, bedding, just things that you wouldn't really think of. We had a lot of the big bulk toys, so like the kids' riders, the little Mercedes-Benzes and stuff like that. The parents ate that stuff up. So it was a lot of different things. Now, of course, the electronics is our biggest seller because this is the only time of the year you get it that cheap. But it was several things that did sell that, you know, we were really surprised about.
And people do still have some more time to come out to Target if they want to pick up some last-minute items. So talk about the store hours and how things are going to change over the next few days.
So something that we're doing that's really good is this year we launched a 4 a.m. ad. So from 4 a.m. to 12 p.m. we had a whole different set of merchandise that came out. And for every $50 you spend, you get a $10 gift card. So what's really cool about that is in years prior that it would just be the $10 gift card. So if you spend $100, you get $20 in gift cards. If you spend $150, it'd be $30 in gift cards. So it's unlimited for every $50 you spend. Also, something else that's really cool, I think that people, is a common misconception, is that they think that this is the last day of the sale. But in all actuality, the sale stretches to Saturday night at 11 o'clock when we close. So it's really a 2-day ad. Everyone gets in early, but it's really a 2-day ad. So we'll have more merchandise that we did sell out back Saturday in the store. So I wish everybody can come back out.
Perfect. Well, there you've heard it here from Cal Jones, and there is still time to come on out all the way out to Saturday. And of course, you've got Cyber Monday that'll start on Monday. So reporting live in Beaumont, Justin Hinton, KFDM 6 News. Back to you, Nicole.
All right, thanks so much, Justin. Appreciate it. He can go ahead and get me one of those big screen TVs while he's out there.